All right, now what I want to do is I want to go ahead and show you at this point how to put in your navigation. So after the international travel, I'm going to go ahead and hit return, and I'm going to type in home, New York, San Francisco. Actually, I think it was all alphabetical. Let me go back and put in Paris and then Rome. I believe that I also had these brackets, which I should have done. And you may be asking why I'm not just copying and pasting. Really, I would, except for the fact that I want you to see and do navigation once in Dreamweaver. And if you'll double click on the word home, look down here in your properties, you see link. You see this drop down menu where you could type in the name of your file, which I know is index.htm. You can also use this point to file, drag it, and drop it on the file that you want to link it to. Notice that the style got updated, and you can see in the code how it got updated. And I'm going to do that for every page. There's also a folder here. If you would be more comfortable going in and double clicking on the file instead of dragging and dropping, you could do that. Oops, I did that to the wrong page. That's fine. I'll go and fix it. There we go. It's up to you which method you like best. You always have the possibility of going in and just typing in code as well, if that's what you are most comfortable with. Oops, I missed this, the O in San Francisco. Let me get that one more time. There we go. So now I have that done. Notice also how I only have the text. I don't have the brackets as part of my navigation, okay? And that was part of the directions that I gave you. I think some of you missed it. Now, in between, remember we have a space, and then we have that mid dot. Now, there's no tags in here to put in special characters. Or sorry, no tools in here to put in special characters. So we have to go into our code and do that. So the easiest way, again, is to, if I put everything on its own line, it makes it easier for me to see. There we go. So I know right here I do space, and then I have mid dot. There we go. And then there's a space after. So I can simply highlight, and I can highlight the space before and after as well. And it'll then go in between each of those. There's nothing at the end. Now, what I'd like to make sure that you have done is I want you to make sure that you go to all your other pages to make sure and confirm that your brackets are not part of your navigation. If they are, then you probably want to go ahead and copy from this page to the other. But before you do, I'd like you to also go down here in the footer. Whoops. And I'll make sure that I'm in the footer. There we go. And I will paste. And there is the navigation that shows up down there as well. One last thing that actually two last things that I would like to do on this page is when I preview this in the browser, my animation shows up over here at the left, which is kind of odd. So what I want to do is I want to click on it so I can find it in my code. And you see my paragraph tag here, okay? My paragraph tag, if I come in here, I can put an attribute, align, equals center. And you'll notice that as you start typing, I'm going to type it one more time. As I type, notice it comes, it automatically, as soon as I put that space in, it pops up with the possible attributes. So as soon as I type AL, align is there, and then it gives me all the possibilities. So I just choose center. And now my animation is centered on the page here. The last thing Remember, we spread out this with some extra spaces. I'm going to go ahead and highlight that, copy it, and I want to replace it so that it looks the same there on my pre-index. Now, we have our navigation now on the pre-index, which is good. Okay, and if I went and previewed it, I could watch the animation. There's 6 photos, and last 2 seconds each, I believe I did. Nope, 3 seconds. I can't remember exactly. I think it's 3 seconds. So I could watch it over and over and then click on the links, or I can come in here to the head. Okay, and remember, head and header, that's 2 different things. Here is my head. Remember, this is all the stuff that goes on behind the scenes. Now, you'll see that there's already this meta tag in here. And it's, again, it's helping to identify what this is, what this page is. I also, if you go to Poland Pickup, you're going to see this file here, and it's called meta. And if you open it up, this is the tag that it looks like, or this is what the tag looks like. And it's a meta tag that goes in the head, and it's basically saying that we're going to refresh this page after X number of seconds to whatever page here we specify. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and type it here. I want, what did I say? It was, actually I think it's 2 seconds. 2 seconds each photo. 6 photos, that's 12. I'm going to go ahead and type in 12. 12 is probably a little long to sit on the pre-index, but we're going to type that in anyway. After 12 seconds, we want the page to automatically advance to index.html. Now, if you happen to save yours as index.html, then you got to make sure that you add the L, or if you saved it as something different. So I'm going to highlight that and copy it. I'm going to come here inside just before the closing head tag, and I'm going to paste it. You're not going to see any difference here. I'm going to save it, and I'm going to go to Google Chrome. Now, we can sit here and watch it for 12 seconds, or if somebody doesn't want to watch it for the full 12 seconds, they can automatically click on any of those links and it will take them to whatever page they want. Now, I do see that 12 seconds was not the right timing because it started to repeat. So I am just going to put 9 because honestly I don't really remember the timing of it right now. But you see how it works. There it is. 9 was perfect. Okay? So 9 seconds, and if people don't want to watch the animation, they can click on the links. That's their option. That's why you put them there. Okay? So at this point, you have learned a whole lot about Dreamweaver and all of the workspace and panels and tools